Hello, hi, good evening there. This is Anna Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see who do we have on watching this late live. Type in where you're watching this from. If you're watching on a replay, type down replay, and we're gonna get started. So this is a really interesting one. Do you want to run a home-based business, but you just don't feel like you want to sell to your friends and family? So if this is a question that you're struggling with, these tips that I will share to you might be the eye-opener and might help you out. So let's get started. If this is the first time you're ever watching any of my live videos, my name is Anna Stropnik and I help people create side stream of income working from home in health and wellness, and I also help them reach their time and financial freedom. Okay, so let's get started straight away. So you don't feel like, you want to start a business, but you don't feel like, selling to your friends and family, or at least that's something that you think you are doing, it's just like selling product. That's the way you feel. Now, there is a first thing that I'm going to say to this. I actually heard someone say this to me this week, or it might have been last week. I just didn't feel like selling to my friends and family, and I learned a different way. There is a problem here. I'm with a company and with a product that ciao Tanya, that I want all of my family and all of my friends to experience, because I wouldn't be in it if I wasn't in love with the product. And if you don't feel like that about the product or opportunity or service that you provide, there's something seriously wrong there. So that's just my opinion. It's okay if you don't want to build your business with your friends and family. If you want to build your business with strangers, that's absolutely fine. But there is something wrong if you say, I don't want to sell something to my friends and family. So why would you feel that you can sell something then to strangers if this is something that you don't believe with, that you're not backing up 100%. So that's just one fact that I want to make clear here. So be careful when you say statements like this, I just don't feel like selling, I just found a better way. And when you're telling that to people, it definitely is the wrong way. So, but let's talk about, okay, so you are in a situation where you started the business, you've been talking to your friends and family, and you find that you've exhausted your friends and family. Maybe you're brand new and the way you approached them wasn't the best way. Believe me, I've been there. I had to apologize numerous times on the way I approached people. Some people still don't talk to me, unfortunately, but it's just it's a process of learning. Unfortunately, you can't be great and know exactly what to say when you're first starting. But if you feel like you've talked to all of your friends and you're just bothering them and following up with the same person 13, 15 times, maybe it is time to let it go and just to move on. Go to really explore that cold market of strangers. So maybe what you need to do is when you actually approach your friends and family, you have to be okay with them saying either yes or no to you. You have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with them rejecting you, with them criticizing you, with them telling you their opinions, then maybe it's not the right time to go. So you have to build that waterproof vest, you know, when you are going to talk to them, that you are not attached to the outcome. And it's the same to you. You're building this no matter what they say. You're building this for you, with them or without them. That's the kind of attitude that you have to have. So I hope this was helpful so far. Type in number 1 down in the comments if it was, and we'll move on. I'm sorry I'm doing these lives like lately really late. It's just because my son's been home for the whole weekend, and he has there's Columbus Day, and for some reason they didn't have school today either, so I just figure it's less noisy to just do them when he's sleeping. I hope you guys don't mind, but tomorrow we should be back on my regular schedule in the afternoon. Some friends that I know, some people that I know, they actually build their home-based business without ever going to their warm market, to their friends and family. And that's possible too. So what do you need to become in order to do that? So some people just don't feel like, you know, it's just uncomfortable to them to go to their friends and family, but it's not uncomfortable to them to go to strangers, and that is perfectly fine. But just remember what I said in the beginning, you know, you have to, your product or service or opportunity has to be something that you are proud of, and that you back up 100%, and that would be something that you would, even if you just give it, you know, I send products to my family overseas all the time, you know, I don't charge them for it. It's just something that I am very passionate about, and I think they would benefit. I don't know, I would feel very selfish if I didn't do that. But yeah, you can actually build this business. You need to learn certain skills in order to do that with just like strangers cold market. So what do you need to learn? You need to learn to be really good at marketing yourself, at branding yourself. Also maybe there's some like little shortcuts to generate leads. So all of those things and to build relationships with people that you are building the business with. So those are the skills. With whichever way you do, you have to develop certain types of skills in order to be successful with that. So but let me ask you a question. Like somebody asked me today, one of my team members that I love very much, it's probably late, she's probably not watching right now, but she asked me today, and that's why I did the whole training in our private Facebook group for my team on how to actually start approaching your cold market once you exhausted your warm market, your friends and family. She's like, I'm to that point, you know, what do I do now? And it made me realize I never actually did that type of training, but that is something that I do all the time, because I did the same thing after a month, because I was just like, you know, talking to like 5 to 10 people every single day for a month, and I had to tap into that cold market very soon when I first started. And that's something that I automatically do every day. So I did train them on how to talk to people, how to, you know, build a relationship, how to get them to the point where you're asking them to if they're open for your opportunity or the product. But I never got to that training to actually train them how to find these people, where to go to find them. So I'm really glad we actually did this training, and I showed them exactly like my strategy on where I find people. So I mainly build online, but I shared some tips on offline and online. It's pretty much the same thing. So how you can always have about 300 people monthly, new people to talk to. So new leads, really all for free. These are just like my little tricks and tips. So if you'd like to know more about it, feel free to message me. I would love to share that. And that's pretty much how I'm building my business, and that's my strategy, is like actually building that call list and building those relationships all the time. So I would love to share that with you, and if you got value from this, feel free to share or to message me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.